practicing to write to create the multiple objects in C++ programming language. So one class is created with the class keyword and name car. Okay, next, so some class attributes created inside of the main function. One object created, the first object of the class, and for that brand attribute value assigned as Maruti. Now that line of statement to be terminated with the semicolon. Okay, next, one more up. So let us copy this one, and you paste. Okay, three attributes we have. So three attributes we have. Paste. Now change the attributes, brand, then model. Okay, every attribute and methods, they will be accessed by the dot operator. Either they can be called with the class name, otherwise object name. So dot model, here model is what? Not Maruti is the brand. So every car company, they will release different models. So Maruti, suppose Ertiga is the model. Okay, so next, brand, one more attribute, that is what? Year. Okay, now year is what? Suppose it is released in 2024. Okay, like this. Now what happened? Inside of the main function, object created and values assigned to that. Values assigned for what? All the attributes. Now you want to get printout. Okay, I told you that some objects, cout function, cout and cin. Cout function will be used here. Okay, cout function will be used here. Before this, one thing we have forgotten, that is what? Using namespace standard. That is very important. STD, namespace standard. Why namespace standard? I told you that if you want to work with what? If you want to use the names for all objects and variables, you want to use the names for objects and you want to use the names for objects and variables. So we can get names from, we can use the names from standard library. This is what. Okay, next, you want now cout insertion operator. I told you that two less than symbols. Then after, under this insertion operator, now I can call them. What? obj car 1 dot brand. Okay, next, one more time, insertion operator. Then after, give some space by double quotation marks. This will give white space. Okay, for one brand. Okay, so otherwise you simply try to get how, whether it will be printed or not. Finally, you need to use what? Here, what? Return 0. That is very important. Return 0 is the last statement, either in C or C++. It indicates that then after there is no any statement is there. Okay, your main function is ended with statements. After return 0, there is no any statement. Now let us run this code. If there is any error in syntax, it will intimate there whether error is where? Class car. See, in fifth line, class car declared na. So here this colon is not needed. Okay, run again. I have removed the colon. Next, 14th line, 14th line 14th line car object car1 dot brand. Why you have created the object car1 brand as it is. I have used expected initializer before dot token initializer okay. So see here, for that moment you do one thing. So first you create the object like this. Try to understand what car is the class name, then object name. Okay, now you can obj car1 dot. First of all we will create the object. Okay, syntax is car name first, then object name of that car. Okay, now use that object name dot brand, remove this car. Okay, this is now what I did here. First object created car class name, then object name. Now with object name I am calling all that attributes. Now let us see if any error is there, then after we need to correct that. 18th line error is where object car1 dot year is equal 2024. Why error? Anybody in the class, anybody can say why error? Because you have declared the year as integer, but 2024 you want to keep this as string. No, once data declared as integer. Okay, now run this code. Still in 21 error, return 0. Okay, return 0. So remove this insertion operator, run this code. Return 0. Why? Because in return 0 that is to be terminated. Okay, return 0. Why we are getting error? Return 0 must be terminated with the semicolon. Now run this code. Okay, still you are getting error. So now what happened? Try to see here. Whenever you are getting error, that moment this is very compulsory. What is that? So you need to terminate this with. Okay, now you will get this line of code to be terminated. Okay, cout object car brand. Okay, before this, if we need to keep some word like that is \n character, otherwise you will get error. Understood that \n character, and that must be kept in double quotation marks. Okay, now run this code. So you will get this. Okay, Maruti. So now if I want to get multiple, okay, in the same manner I need to write all that objects, all that attributes, they will be called by one by one. Okay, called by one by one. Paste. So here you change this as brand, what you call that attribute model. Okay, now you run this code. First you will get brand Maruti, next Ertiga. Okay, why? Because this backslash character to get the next line, and next print, you copy paste. Okay, one more time you copy this, copy and paste here. No need to write the code, just copy and paste. Otherwise, if it is giving trouble for you, don't worry and you write the code. Okay, see out insertion operators. Next call that object car1 is the object dot model. Next is what? Year. Okay, and keep one more insertion operator and next line character. Inside of that next line character you keep backslash n. Now terminate this sentence. Okay, now run this code. So like this you are getting so one object created but multiple objects, but this to remove this line of code, to minimize this line of code, we can do one thing. What is that? No need to use cout again and again. No need to use cout again and again. You remove this cout. Okay, you remove this cout. Okay, now see what happened here. And remove this. Okay, no need of this cout. Once by one cout we can call multiple attributes. Okay, now run this code. Let us see what happened here. Only one cout I have used. Then after, what I am getting? A lot of errors I am getting. Okay, so remove this everywhere. No need to keep this. Why? Because at the end of the statement cout, that is to be done as semicolon. Now let us see. Still you are getting. So now remove this one. What happened? Simply we will keep that is what your space, double quotation, some space here. Okay, and remove this one, some space, and remove this one, some space. Now run this code. What happened here? Whether it will be executed or not, still we are getting. Why? Somewhere else in 21 line 3, that is what obj car1 dot model. Here how many we are seeing here? So one more extra is here, that's why I'm getting error. Okay, you do one thing. Okay, this is nice. Now run this code. See, you are getting all are in one line. So in here keep that backslash character, that is very better. Backslash character, that is very better for you. Okay, now run this code. Still Maruti and Ertiga both are in line, so here you keep backslash character. Understood that? So yn, you adjust this n near to the backslash. Now you will get all this one line. Okay, so why you are getting uh, this not aligning, so white space, remove this white space. Okay, remove this white space. You run this. So okay, so this is okay. Now we have discussed to write the multiple key. Same, you copy all that code. You are copy. So one more object you want to create. One more object. Okay. One more object if you want to. You do one thing. So one more object if you want to create. You copy this total code. Okay, copy and paste yourself. Paste. Now what happened? Now try to change this code. Car object, car to next object, second object. So here change this for object car to. So here what is one more object created for what? One more object. One object is what? Maruti. Okay, another object may be different, na? Toyota car, Toyota. And what is the brand? Object, you change this as object to. That Toyota has somewhat, suppose brand new Shine 2024. So now you need to change this as to object to here. Okay, now to get the printout, same, you change this. Okay, you change this as object 2. Now you run this code, so you will get different object attributes. Maruti Ertiga 2024, Toyota Shine 2000. Why you are getting Toyota here? Here you need to use you need to use the \n, otherwise all data will be okay mixed with each other. So different two objects are created, two object attributes displayed. So for any class we can create multiple objects. Now the total code, how much of lengthy code we have written in C language? This line. So you adjust all them to okay, remove the total spaces so that we can see the code very near to all of them. This much of code we have written. Int function, remove the white space, remove the total white space. That's why you can see all the code in one area. So this is the total code I have written to display multiple objects. See, now somewhat lengthy code we have written, doesn't matter. Understood that? Don't worry, as I told you that now all of you need to do practice, theory, practice, theory, practice. Read the theory and do the practice. So whenever you do this much of code we have written, and then you keep this brace, end brace to near to that. Okay, now if you see this total code, now run this code. Okay, we have written the code for multiple, to create the multiple objects in C language. So somewhere else try to understand using namespace standard, somewhere omitting of this namespace standard outside of the class, that will be omitted and written inside. You keep it as comment. Understood that? Comment means two forward slashes. Now inside of that you can simply write std column, and then what? Std means standard library outside of the class you need to write using namespace standard, otherwise inside of the class write std. Okay, std. So this std omitting that standard library to write there, just before of this cout you write like this std and two columns. Okay, we can omit that. Just you write that just before of whenever you want to take the printout, that moment just before of cout function. Okay, that may be somewhere object also. Now run this code. So you are getting error here, huh? You can use it, you can omit this, but it is giving error, so we will. Okay, already time is over, so we will use the using namespace standard here, using namespace std library. Okay, we will discuss this one more time in another day. Okay, it is giving error, so the class is somewhat lengthy, so not here, as I told you that it is to be written where outside of the class. Why? Because I have used inside of the class, you use this outside of the class. So comment here, open this comment. Now always using namespace standard, that is to be written outside of the class. Now run this code. Okay, so you are getting the result. So this much code we have written, and omitting of namespace standard I will explain in the next class, because time is over. We will discuss later. Okay, so in this manner we can create multiple objects for a class in C++ language. That is very important and very simple to understand. Don't freak yourself. Many students, they have mentioned me that's coding, writing somewhat difficulty. No any difficulty. You need to keep your practice, read the theory and write the code, practice and practice, continuous practice, like you feel in life. Entertainment. So here coding. Okay, Jai Hind.